Hello and welcome to Farm Space. We are at AGRITECHNIKA 2023. I'm visiting Lemken, so just find out what these machines are all about, what their company does and so forth. I'm speaking to Cord. He's going to tell me a little bit more. So let's listen. Cord, how are you doing?
Very good. How are you doing?
No, good, thanks. It's AGRITECHNIKA. Everything is shiny and new. It's awesome.
Yes.
Okay, Lemken. Give me a little bit about history about the company. Who are you guys? Where are you from? And what do you actually do?
Okay. Yeah, Lemken is a family-owned company in the seventh generation. We were founded in 1780.
Yes.
1780. 1780. Very old company. And yeah, you can feel the family atmosphere every day here, especially, of course, when we are all together. With our big family here, finally again after 4 years in Hanover at AGRITECHNIKA.
Awesome. Now, okay, if you would say in terms of a company philosophy, and I mean you don't, what is it, 240 odd years that the company has come through all the generations. What is that company philosophy that actually keeps the success in the company and actually innovating going forward? What is that secret sauce?
Yeah, you need to be innovative. You need to offer high quality products and also the service behind it.
Yes.
That's very, very important. And yeah, we always trying to be a step further to develop new machines, new philosophies, new ways on working, and being the partner for next level farmers.
I mean, because you're mentioning service there. I mean, at the end of the day, this thing is a piece of iron. It's going to break at some stage, and usually rocks, whatever the case might be. But in the service is very, very important in terms of how quickly you can get me back in the field and going. What does that service infrastructure look like from your side?
Yeah, after sales service is very important for us. The farms, they are growing, they're getting more professional. The time windows are getting smaller, less time for the farmers to actually work the ground. And if something breaks down, and it happens, it will happen eventually at some point, we have to make sure that we have a good dealer network, good partners, also with our own team, of course, to make sure that the downtime is reduced to an absolute minimum. So that means spare parts on hand and, of course, also very well educated people. It's difficult to answer that because the world is so diverse with different countries. Yeah. But for South Africa, for instance, we have our own daughter company, we have our own warehouse close to Johannesburg, so we have parts always on hand. We have very, very well.
So you don't have like a redistributor in South Africa. You are there as Lemken, so there's enough spare parts, and you're giving backup as the mother company, if I can put it like that.
Yes, for our big export market, that's usually the way we do it. We have a daughter company. Of course, we are working with a very strong dealer network in South Africa, like we do in other countries as well. But we have our own local team to support that dealer there, and also with a warehouse and with very well educated salespeople as well.
Awesome. So let's look at the machines a little bit. I mean, you guys are known for making really quality machines. I mean, it's not like you go out and you're like, okay, cool, we're the cheapest. You're not the cheapest, but that's not the aim of the thing. It's, as I always say, what is cheap at the end of the day? Because if I've got a machine that works better than anything else, that's actually, if I can put it like that, there's maths behind it, and it's been thought through. It's not been just shunted together in someone's garage. Then at the end of the day, there's a lot of R&D work that goes into that. So how do you go about making these machines?
Yeah, you know, the cheapest machines are actually those ones that cut down passes. Yeah, so the costs that you have to put in to produce a certain amount of cereals, for example. And that's what we can do. We wanna, our aim is to produce smart machines, intelligent machines, to be able to do different things in one pass. For example, just making sure whatever the farmer requirements are. You make as less passes as possible, and you'll be done. You'll be quick, and for example, the Karat
let's
10.
look at this machine that's behind you. Let's
Yes.
go this. So explain to me quickly, which machine is this, and how does it work here from the top?
So that's our new Karat 10.
Yes.
Offer that from 3 to 7 meters. We have 3 rows of shanks, and one of the best features of this machine you can see actually right here. It's a quick change system, so you can equip this machine with different tines. So that makes the machine very versatile.
Awesome.
You can go from 5 centimeters down to 30 centimeters, and different intensities. For example, if you want to cut the entire surface, you can put wings on it. If you have a lot of residue, you put these guide boards actually on it to roll the soil and mix it with residue. You can put narrow shanks on there.
I think this is like a different one, because this one has actually got like an angle here.
That is the outside one, so we angled that so that soil is not falling outside the machine. Yeah, so the soil is staying inside the working with.
So someone actually tested this, and they worked properly with that one, and it's not like it was okay. We think it's going to work like that, and let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. When we have a machine for sale, that is intensively tested for sure. South Africa is actually a quite good place to do that because you are tough on equipment. You're very tough. You work a lot of hectares with it.
No, that's true.
And if it holds up in South Africa, it's usually good for the rest of the world too.
Yeah, then it will. So we've got our place in the world. Right?
Yes.
And then let's go to the back here. Explain to me. I've never seen these things. What are we looking at here? What's this now?
So the last rows of shanks, they leave a little bit of a furrow, and these are just closing discs to make sure everything is back leveled. Then you have an integrated roller to level the ground, to firm the ground, and making a good finish.
So that's awesome. Okay, so these things that's so far from each other, basically, if I can put it like that, they go in between the rows, and then that's just
of course. This shank here is leaving a little furrow, and the purpose of that disc is just to close it down to level it back.
So that's a flattener.
Yes.
If I can put it like
leveling,
that.
And then we have different ranges of rollers you can use there. This is by far the heaviest one. We have double crumbler baskets, for example, as well.
And this is a heavy-duty roller at the end of the day. This is a heavy roller, and it will give you a proper seedbed.
The philosophy is if you work the ground deep, you also have to firm it back deep. Not just seeding the top. And with that double roller, we achieve that. It's a very aggressive V profile angle that's actually sinking in that deep and also makes sure there are no air pockets left underneath. And here, for example, you can see the entire range of different share feet that you could put on that machine.
So this I can then just change on this machine depending on what the tillage application is that I want to do. Actually.
From ultra shallow, 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters, and then on this way down to 30 centimeters.
Ah, okay. I mean, so maximum depth is 30 centimeters on the Karat.
Yes.
Okay. So, do you guys have a machine that goes deeper than that or not?
No.
So Karat is basically the deepest. That's at 30 centimeters.
Well, we have some plows though. You can go down to 45 centimeters.
Yeah, and then it becomes interesting. Those kilowatt eaters.
Yeah.
Awesome. And this, I like this. I just want to ask quickly. So I'm guessing these are hardened like tips that basically how can I call it? So that the rest of the tine doesn't get.
Yes.
So my English is gone now.
So this is a carpet point.
Yes.
Very wear resistant.
That's the word I was looking for.
And therefore, we also made the whole wearing piece here thicker.
Yes.
And this is all wearing material.
So that's all wearing material.
Very important. When you do that, you can see how the tip here that is angled on two sides. Very important in stony conditions, so it's not ripping off.
That's awesome. They went a lot of thought. I can see there's a lot of thought went into that. Okay, so let's get to your other machine. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that worldwide, at this stage, no one can really disagree that if you want to work something into the soil, you need a Ruben. So
Right.
that's basically, I mean, all the demo days and everything that I've looked at is that, and then people ask me, okay, what high-speed disc should I buy? And I'm like, okay, depending on what do you want to do. If you've got rocks, there you go. If you want to work stuff into the ground, there you go. What's the secret behind this machine?
Very simple. This arm.
Yep.
That is the secret behind the Ruben 10 and also about the big brother Ruben 12. And that's another story of the Lemken philosophy, to offer really high quality products. What we do, we are bending this shaft 3 times by itself. This is heat treated, very cost intensive way of production.
Because that's the other thing. People do not understand what it costs to make something that's that profile. I mean, that's not easy to do.
No.
And it
No.
needs to be this one, this one, this one, all
It is
exactly
heat
the
treated.
same.
We make one at a time. We do it ourselves. But the big advantage is that we can provide a dual cutting angle.
Yes.
So we have one angle in driving direction,
Yes.
and then we tip the blade 20 degrees to the ground. And that is something that nobody else is able to offer in that aggressiveness. And therefore, the entire mixing intensity is higher. We are really throwing up the dirt. Therefore, we have this rebound harrow actually to knock the soil and the residue back to the ground. And on the other hand, the soil penetration is a lot better because the disc want to suck itself inside.
Oh, so you don't get that. You're not forcing it in with the weight of the
Correct.
Of the machine. It basically pulls itself into the
Exactly.
soil.
With that dual angle, it cuts itself inside. It want to go deeper all the time. And of course, if you dig the soil away, you see a flat profile underneath. So you don't get these ridges, that rigid profile. And yeah, that makes the Ruben 10 and also the Ruben 12, especially in South Africa, very successful.
And then you've done something else. Okay. Why are you sticking with the springs and everyone else is going for rubbers?
Well, the design is quite unique here. It's also not the cheapest way to produce it.
You're not going for the cheapest way to do stuff. Eh?
No, we're going for the best way. The way we do it, the rubber torsions, they wouldn't be stable enough for such a big disc with such an aggressive angle. Therefore, we need a massive coil spring to make sure we have enough down pressure. And we actually have a very nice feature in here. There's no manual stop left underneath the arm here. This is all free. So we have a mechanism built in that coil spring. When you hit a stone and you come back, the disc is actually going a little bit deeper than it was before and then back to the original position. That means that the soil is absorbing the shock from that coil spring and not the frame. So less frame, less stress for the frame, that ensures a longer lifetime.
That actually makes sense because then you don't get the shock back to this side of things.
Correct.
And it basically alleviates the shock from there, which means that at the end of the day, as you say, you extend the lifetime of the machine.
Yeah.
And so what's the difference between the Ruben 10 and the Ruben 12 then?
The Ruben 10 has a 645 millimeter disc.
Yes.
And the Ruben 12, it is 745. It's massive.
So just the all-over bigger machine.
It is a bigger disc, and then of course the frame needs to be extended. There's more space for more residue. It is specially designed for combine corn, so huge amounts of residue. It can also work a little bit deeper, of course, down to 20 centimeters, which actually that is very unique on compact disc harrows. To achieve.
Usually it's just that 15 centimeters.
Yeah,
basically.
12, 15 centimeters, so we can go 20 centimeters easily. with the Ruben 12, and yeah, it takes some ponies, of course.
Yeah.
The combination of working depth, working speed, and mixing intensity. But yeah, you make one pass, you're done.
At the end of the day, it works. And as you said before, the least amount of passes you can do, that saves you money at the end of the day. And then
Correct.
just, can I get all these machines? Oh, see, there's a wide one there. What's that, a 10 meter?
Exactly. That's a 3-meter model, which of course is quite important for the German market where we are today. But yeah, that's our newest Ruben 10, 10-meter wide. And first machine is running in South Africa as we speak.
Awesome. I'm gonna be on their case so that I can go and have a look at it when I'm back.
Yes.
Good. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you a lot.
Right, so that is Kurt Dickman from Lemken, AGRITECHNIKA 2023. So now you know why Lemken and why they mix the soil the best. So it's here from Farm Space. Until next time. Cheers.